Hey, what's up, guys? BriarRabbit here, and today I want to talk about the Microsoft and Sony E3 press conferences. What did they do right? What did they do wrong? Which one should we be more excited about? Let's talk about that and more after this break. So we've watched both of the E3 conferences. We saw Microsoft first, then Sony second. Sony's definitely got the better position here, right? They come up after Microsoft, they can counter any arguments Microsoft made, and Microsoft doesn't really have that opportunity directly talking to consumers. I gotta tell you, I was really impressed with Sony's press conference in the fact that they showed their hardware. The hardware looked awesome, way better than the Xbox One. They brought it out at a cheaper price point by $100, and by all accounts, it's a more expensive box to make, which is awesome, you know. And then they also showed a whole bunch of new games, and the new games looked great. A lot of them looked great. Microsoft showed off a lot of games too. I felt like the PlayStation games looked, I don't know, there were more of them. More of them were attractive to me. They also went out of their way to say, hey, we're not going to mess around with the used game sales. We're not going to mess around with that 24-hour check to see if you're online or you can't play your console. We want gamers to trust us, and we're not gonna do anything to that relationship. And I got to tell you, I think that came off really well. Microsoft, I think, is really messing up right now. They're being cagey about this 24-hour check and the used game sales. I think they've cleared up most of it, but it feels anti-consumer, right? I am the guy who's paying $500 for your Xbox, then I'm going to pay $60 plus per game, and every policy that you are making is just making it harder for me to use this stuff that I bought. And I don't think that's the right way for Microsoft to be going. I think Sony is smart by pointing out the difference here, and I think that Microsoft better change its tune pretty quick. Now, I don't know who's going to win this console generation. It may be a complete tie. They might have equal sales all the way down the line. But I'll tell you what, the way it sits right now, say I bought a PlayStation 4 today and an Xbox One today, if I saw software come out for both of them, let's say, I don't want to say COD Ghost because I'll probably buy that for Xbox One just because it's going to have the early release of the DLC, but let's say I want to play the next Madden game, okay? Which one am I going to buy it for? I'm definitely going to buy it for the PlayStation 4 because if I get sick of it after a month, I can just resell it back to GameStop. If a buddy wants to borrow it, he can just borrow it. It's like none of this, like, you know, you can only share with certain gamer tags and blah, 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 blah. Screw that noise. That is too much. There's too much hula hoops for me to be jumping through. PlayStation 4, I think, is doing a much better job. They're straightforward. They're upfront with their customers. I think this is a great thing. So let's talk about the hardware a little bit. Like I said before, I think it is gorgeous. I like the looks of the Xbox One. I think I'm one of the few people who does like the look of it. To me, it looks like a piece of stereo equipment. It'll look great in an entertainment center, and that's the end of it. The PlayStation 4, however, it looks way, way better. It looks futuristic. It's got real design to it. This thing is going to look great on top of the entertainment center, you know, front and center. It's just going to look cool just sitting there. You know, I'll buy both of these things, no doubt about it. I want both of them just because, you know, I'm a YouTuber and I like doing this kind of stuff. It's a big hobby for me, and I'm an adult, so I have that disposable income. But boy, I'll tell you, that PS4 looks much more attractive to me. Coming out at $100 less than Microsoft. By all accounts, everything I've read is that this thing is actually going to cost more than the Xbox One to produce. But it's coming out at $100 cheaper. You know what that says to me as a gamer? Sony wants my business. Sony is trying to earn back me as a customer that they may have lost in the PlayStation 3 era. And I respect that. You know, I understand that they're a business and that they want my money. But they're making decisions that are going to make me say, yeah, you know, you're presenting a good value here. You're doing things that are pro-consumer. I agree with this. I like the way you're running this. Xbox is doing the exact opposite. They're making decisions that are anti-consumer. They're pricing the Xbox at $500 instead of $400. I got to tell you, I was excited after Microsoft's press conference because a lot of those games look really good. I'm going to buy Call of Duty Ghosts on the Xbox One. I'm going to buy Respawn Entertainment's new game on the Xbox One. After that, we'll have to see. If If you guys like this video, hit that like button. It really helps me out. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. Up on the screen are a couple of videos you might have missed. Just click the video on the screen and it'll bring you right to the videos page. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.